Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Down. You ready? Let's go, D. Let's go. 93. 93.
Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. He finds some open field here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Nyheim Hines, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on third down. Carr. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Monday, down. You right at 8. Hey, 7:34.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Team 6. Team 6.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 56! 12! Watch the screen!
On first down, it's Hines. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go, G. Let's go.
On the delay, here's Hines. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And it's caught. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try to run with Hines. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a 2nd time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his 2nd first-quarter touchdown there. On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
37.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, exit.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Mike 55. Check 55. Raider 1. I got you. Check.
Shotgun now for Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Brats.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Check three.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Carr going to throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
High 7.
Now Carr again. Completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Sheldon Richardson. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught by Watkins for an Oakland touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The Raiders going to... use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Point after try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Raiders 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
56. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
All day, every day, any day.
Garoppolo on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mike 50.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go. 21.
Let's get in that hole. Bang, bang.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
No.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
All day, baby, all day.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm on. 21. He's coming, double up. Stay hot.
They run again with Hines. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go. 180!
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Garoppolo. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the penalty, it's Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Carr. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Henry out of the pistol. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Right now. 180. 29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
180. 55. You're mine. Hey, wahoo!
Right. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come on. You better bring it.
Mike.
Now Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
At the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They go with Brown. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11.
Alert flag,
Now a give right side. Hines. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Joker.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 180.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Draw play. This is Hines. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
93.
36 tonight.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Hey, Alpha.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and it's third down.
Here we go.
On third down, Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That's caught by Howard. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught by Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Check 55 to Mike.
Back to throw. Carr.
You ain't doing nothing today.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Hey, let's go. Mike 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Hey, over.
Now Carr. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.